Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the version by Israel, the rather large Hawaiian lad. It's going to sound something like this. Now, the reason why I pointed out that this is the Israel, I can't pronounce his surname, version, is because the original version is slightly different. So this has been simplified by Israel into a really nice piece for ukulele. So if you're new to ukulele, this is one of the go-to songs to learn. It's really, really cool. And the chords are quite easy. We're looking at C. I'm just going to show you the chords. If you've got the PDF, you'll notice that the diagrams for the chords are on it. That is your C. My fingers are numbered. This is your G. Please make sure you know these chords before we get into the song. A minor. Try also to use the same finger configuration. For example, A minor, the middle finger. F, first and second finger. You'll notice that the A minor, which I'm showing now, changes to F really, really easily. It's just basically one finger, A minor, F. So there's some nice little changes inside there. There's an E minor. The catch with the E minor is try not to strum the top string, otherwise it sounds a bit dissonant. So try and strum only the bottom three strings like that. So there's your E minor. And then there's an unusual chord, it sounds really cool, E7. And this you'll find where it says pre, where there's a whole lot of oohs when he sings ooh, okay. He sings really low as well, but there's your E7 chord. The first finger is in fret 1, right on top. Middle finger, fret 2, second from the top, and your ring finger, number 3, is also in the second fret, right at the bottom, and your chord should sound like this. So by itself, it sounds quite dissonant, but if you put it in context, it resolves quite nicely from the F to the E7 to the A minor. Now I'm just going to take you through the basic structure of the song. What I played for you at the very beginning was the introduction. It was 1 bar of C. This is 1 bar of C. And to just break down the strumming pattern, we're simply going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that would be 1 bar. I'm going to change the angle a bit here so you can see the strumming technique. And you can strum anywhere from actually over here to over here as long as it's nice and comfortable. Don't strum too far at the back. So over here I find I get a nice warm sound. I'm not using a pick. If I strum here, it sounds very tinny. Excuse the pumpkin. Okay, so we're going to strum a bit more the neck over here. And it's going to be like this from a different angle. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And the correct way is to count it like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I need us to notice that whenever we say the number like 1, it's a down strum. 2, down strum. When we go to the and is the offbeat, and offbeat is a up strum. So as we're counting it, numbers are down, ands are up. And that sort of gets your hand into a permanent down, up movement, whether you're strumming or not. You'll notice my hand's still moving. And I use a little bit of the finger. You can see the finger moving inside there now. And we want to avoid strumming sideways. I've noticed that some of the beginners, they strum here, and then they get really, really sore because this little bit of flesh on the side of the nail over here actually pushes against the string, and that's actually quite sore. So we want to avoid this and rather strum down with the nail. So it's going to be with the C chord in place, like that. And from a side view, I'm strumming like this. You can see that. A little bit of wrist movement, but largely the finger. And with this rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's 1 bar. And then lastly, we need to add an accent. In other words, the strong beat, the loud beat. So now I'm going to play without an accent. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Everything was an even volume. Nothing was louder, nothing was softer. So there's no real strong beats. Now I'm going to add a beat onto the 2 and the 4. Check this out now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A little bit exaggerated perhaps, but you got the idea. Accents on 2 and 4. Now for the intro, for the song, if you do a breakdown of the song, sort of an analysis to see how the song works, the first 6 chords you only play through once. So C, G, A minor, F, C, G, and the introduction on the PDF should sound like this. C, 1. There's your G, A minor, F, back to C, G. And then the next A minor, which is in the second row, must go twice. So your next A minor should sound like this. And you're going to do the same with the F chord. So if you play through with me now for the introduction, which I'm going to do slowly, try and play with, try and keep up. And if you're not sure, just get to know that the first 6 chords are played through once, and then all the other chords for the entire song we play through twice. So here we go, the introduction. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Another A minor. There's your F. Another F. He goes ooh, and he stays with those oohs. There's the E minor. Ooh, still oohs. And to C. Second line of pre-chorus, F, here comes E7, and still ooh, and then he starts with the actual song itself with somewhere over the rainbow, and then we got that. Now, I'm not going to sing much more because, first of all, I don't sing very well. I'm sure you picked it up by now. But the most important thing, he sings really, really low, and I really can't reach those notes. But for you, we're here to learn ukulele. We're going to look at the verse now. And remember we said on the strumming, loud on 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the first rule. And then secondly, every chord gets played through twice after your first 6 chords in the introduction. So we must keep that in the back of our mind as well. So we're going to look quickly now at the verse with Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Remember the E minor chord. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, F, back to C. Next line, F, C, dream of once. There's your G. Onto A minor, singing lullaby. And you simply repeat it from there on. Now, depending what version you're listening to of Israel Kamakawele, I'm not too sure on pronunciation, is Hawaiian. Basically, just follow the words, and he does a combination of Somewhere Over the Rainbow and What a Wonderful World. He combines those 2 songs together. And at the end, he goes into What a Wonderful World. But for the bridge, you'll see Someday I Wish Upon a Star. Still 2 times 2 bars of each chord. So if you're going to go Somewhere Wish Upon a Star, still 2 chords. There's your G, looking at the bridge now. A minor, nothing special happening here. It's just really straightforward. Now, everything I've shown you is enough for you to get by with the song. If you're not sure about any of the chords, if you want to just revisit them, just go back to the beginning of the video. We'll show you all them there. Remember the E7's quite cool. And you've got the strumming pattern, you've got the song, you should be able to play it the whole way through. I hope the video helped, I hope you enjoy it, and please go look at the original. Just type in Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Israel, and they'll take you to this rather unique, stunning musician, and just really awesome voice. That's me for today. Have a good one. Take care.